then you went to do yoga. It was interesting.
Brilliant. Good. Well, I think we'll start because I think we're going to do anyone else this evening. So I won't put you on to mute. We're going to do the breath control 3-part breath. So I don't know if I've done this with you before, where we basically helps you connect to your breath, deepen your 3-part breath, but a nice way of helping to start ground you and calm you, where we divide our torso into, or our breathing into 3. So you breathe into the bottom third, belly expands, you then hold, you'll then breathe into the mid third, side ribs expanding, and then I'll ask you to hold, and then you'll finally breathe into the top third, fully inflating the lungs, and then hold the complete intonation, and then I'll ask you to do it in reverse. So we'll exhale the top third, then hold, exhale the mid third, then hold, and then finally exhale, draw the bellies in and up, engage in the pelvic floor, and then release all the air, and then we'll repeat it. Does that make sense so far? So basically, it's a nice way of just helping you to break down and deepen the breath, but also help to slow down. And then we'll go into our flow from there. We'll if I get my timings right, we'll do some alternating nostril breath, which I know you guys are happy with, and all the contraindications. Does anyone like me to remind you? But I'll brief you on this when we come to it. Any questions? Everyone happy so far?
Yep, perfect.
Good. So you can crack your beers and your seaweed oils now, and we'll jump on. I'll put you all onto mute so we don't hear anything. Right. So if you just want to come into a seated posture, it doesn't matter what you choose, cross-legged or anything that works for you this evening. Try and lengthen the spine. If you want to sit on something like I am, a block or a cushion or anything just to help relax those hip flexors, then feel free. We'll just take a moment just to start to slow down. Think about rolling the shoulders any direction, and as you roll them, start relaxing the face, forehead, the air around the eyes, and then give that bottom jaw a little waggle. You've had enough of waggling the jaw. Bring the lips back together, place the tip of the tongue in the roof of the mouth, and then start going back the opposite way with the shoulders. Again, just slow down, start to listen to your body. Give yourself permission to slow down and start that process of becoming present. Let the shoulders settle. We're going to start to roll the neck in any direction. As always, be slow, controlled, and deliberate. The aim of our practice this evening is to help to slow you down, to start to become present, and we're going to use the breath and the body as always to help with that. Go back the opposite way. Start to compare the directions but without any judgment. And then just let the head settle. Try and keep the eyes closed if you're comfortable to do so. We'll have a soft gaze, not focusing on anything specifically. And just start a physical scan from the top of your head down to your feet. Picture that bar scanner or photocopy line working its way through you. And as you scan yourself physically for any areas that feel good, tight or grumpy, just start to sum up to yourself how you're feeling emotionally this evening. As always, I encourage you to be honest with yourself. Just enjoying the sensations of you starting to slow down and connect with yourself. And once you finish those scans and there's no rush, just start to observe the natural flow of our breath. Try not to alter the pattern of the breath. Just be curious to see how you're breathing this evening, those natural ebbs and flows of the inhales and the exhales. If your mind's really busy this evening, it's perfectly okay and normal. But wherever which way you're drawn, whether you like to dance in the past, focusing on all the things that we should have done, could have done differently, or whether you tell yourself the story of the future. Just remind yourself the only thing that really matters now is being present. And the irony of whether we are focusing on the past or the future is that we use up precious moments of being present, focusing in the wrong directions. Keep observing the breath, listening to those bodies, savouring any moments of being present, calm and still, however fleeting. If you feel the need to yawn at any stage, don't stifle them, encourage them. As you continue with that tall spine and the face and jaw relax with the tip of the tongue and the roof of the mouth as you observe the breath, I advise you to place the right hand onto the belly and the left hand onto the chest, just to help you divide your torso into 3. And then when you're ready on the next exhale, fully exhale, drawing all the breath out. And then inhale the bottom third and hold. Inhale the mid third, side ribs expanding, and hold. And then inhale the top third, fully inhaling, and hold. Exhale the top third, and hold. Exhale the mid third, and hold. And then exhale the bottom third, and hold. Inhale the bottom third, and hold. Inhale the mid third, and hold. And then inhale the top third, and hold. Exhale the top third, and hold. Exhale the mid third, and hold. And then exhale the bottom third, and hold. Inhale the bottom third, and hold. Inhale the mid third, and hold. Inhale the top third, and hold. Exhale the top third, and hold. Exhale the mid third, and hold. Exhale the bottom third, and hold. Last round. Inhale the bottom third, and hold. Inhale the mid third, and hold. Inhale the top third, and hold. Exhale the top third, and hold. Exhale the mid third, and hold. Exhale the bottom third, and hold. And release the hands, release the breath, and just sit back in the natural ebbs and flows of your inhales and exhales. Relax the arms, the shoulders, let the hands settle anywhere on the legs that feels comfortable. Keep the face and jaw relaxed, focusing inwards. And as you continue focusing inwards, just observe to see if there's any difference in the breath, in the rhythm, the depth, the smoothness, any difference in the body or mind. There's no right or wrong. And then when you're ready, invite to start coming into your yogic breath proper. Use the same techniques, breathing deeply into the belly, side ribs expanding, top of the chest expanding. Fully inhale. And then on the exhale, release the breath, trying to make it twice as long as you release the air from the top of the lungs, the mid third, and then finally the bottom third. Try and use your full lung capacity. With every exhale, release anything that doesn't serve you, any tension in the body, any thoughts, fears, or emotions. As you continue with the breath, on the next exhale, take the right shoulder down towards the left knee, gently pressing the right hand into the right leg. Fully exhale. Then on the inhale, come back to the center, fully extend the spine. Before you exhale, take the left shoulder to the right knee, gently pressing the left hand into the left knee, and then repeat in your own flow. Take the whole exhale to go down and the whole inhale to come back up. Don't rush the breath or the movement. Gently start to explore your body and mobilize it. Try not to tense the face and the jaw. Deepen the inhales and lengthen the exhales. I'll then meet you back in the center with a tall spine. And once there, on the next exhale, come into a seated cat. Chin to the chest, draw the shoulder blades apart, arch the spine back, draw the belly in. Then on the next inhale, come into a seated cow. Bellies and chest ballooning, chin to the ceiling, shoulder blades together. Exhale, come back into a seated cat. Take the whole exhale. And on the next inhale, come back into a seated cow. Exhale, back to a seated cat. Inhale, back to a seated cow. Exhale, back to a seated cat. Then on the next inhale, come all the way back up, reaching with the arms, lengthening the spine, try and touch the ceiling. We'll draw the arms back into the shoulders, but keep the length in the spine. Engage the arms and the forearms, splaying the fingers, but use this opportunity to breathe in more deeply and freely into the depths of your lungs. The side ribs expanding, fully inhaling. And then lengthen the exhales. Fight the urge to slouch, keep sitting tall. Keep holding and breathing, keep tensing the limbs. Then on the next exhale, slowly lower the hands down, place the hands down behind you. Extend the legs forward enough so you can point the knees up to the ceilings and then start to windscreen wiper the legs. Slow and deliberate. Ease your body into it as you look over the opposite shoulders to the knees. Keep the face and jaw relaxed. Then I'll meet you back in the center. Once there, come into a tabletop. Bring the knees together, hips over the knees, splay the fingers, gripping into the mat or beyond your fists. And then start to draw a small circle with the hips in any direction. Keep micro bends in the knees, keep gripping into the mat if you're not on your fists. And breathe into any areas that feel tight or clunky. Go back the opposite way, slow and controlled. As always, compare the directions without any judgment. And then meet you back at a neutral table. Take the knees hips width apart, hips over the knees. And once you're ready, on the next inhale, come into a cow. Shoulder blades together, hips to the sky. And we're going to hold the cow. We're going to turn that spine into the skipping rope held from the head and hips. Move the torso across to the right as you exhale, come up into a cat, chin to the chest. Then move the torso to the left, dropping down as you inhale, coming into a cow, and then repeat in your own flow. Be slow and deliberate. Bends in the elbows, gripping into the mat to protect the wrists. Breathe into any areas that need it. Gently mobilizing yourself, connecting to your body. And then go back the opposite way. Slow and deliberate. Keep working the breath. And then meet you back at a neutral table. Once you're there, tuck the toes. And on the next exhale, push back into downward dog. Splay the fingers, grip into the mat, let the head hang free, lift the seat bones high and bend the knees as much as you need. If you want to walk your dog, feel free. Either way, be kind to yourself and breathe into it. Relax the face and jaw, deepen the inhales and lengthen the exhales. And when you're ready on the next exhale, walk the hands towards the feet, ending up in a forward fold at the back of your mat. Let the head and shoulders drip down. If you're feeling really tight today, you can just bend the knees and have your hands on a block or the deck. Or if it's still not helping, then just rest the forearms onto the thighs, not pressing into the knees as you let the head and shoulders drip down. Otherwise, come into ragdoll and gently sway. Try not to hold the head and neck up. Release them. Try and work at picturing in your mind's eye the vertebrae and breathe into them, creating space as you deeply inhale and lengthen the exhales. And when you're ready on the next exhale, walk the hands towards the feet, ending up in a forward fold at the back of your mat. Let the head and shoulders drip down. If you're feeling really tight today, you can just bend the knees and have your hands on a block or the deck. Or if it's still not helping, then just rest the forearms onto the thighs, not pressing into the knees as you let the head and shoulders drip down. Otherwise, come into ragdoll and gently sway. Try not to hold the head and neck up. Release them.
holding and breathing. And when you're ready, go firm in the center. Then on the next inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. You can either have your fingertips on the deck, hands on the shins, or have your arms completely off, depending on what you want to do, strengthening wise or support wise or hamstring wise. And then on the next exhale, release the hands down. So then on the next inhale, we can reach up with the left hand. Bend the right knee if you need. Look to see where the left hand's gone. If you're feeling really tight and you haven't got a block, you can place the right hand onto the right shin just to make it more accessible. Then bring the weight evenly distributed so you can feel this potential on the outside of the left leg and thigh. Deepen the inhales. Lengthen the exhales. Then on the next exhale, release the left hand down. Before you inhale, the right arm up. Bend the left knee if you need. Look to see where it's gone. Evenly distribute the weight. And on the next exhale, release the left hand down. Just take a moment. Then place the hands onto the hips. Engage the pelvic floor. We're going to roll the spine up in a moment. So just think about each vertebrae in turn. Place the chin onto the chest. And when you're set with a slight bend in the knee, you're going to inhale, draw the tail under. Slowly stack the vertebrae one at a time. There's no rush. And eventually, once the shoulders are up, you're then going to release the chin, stacking the neck and then the head. Once you're upright, just come to the head of your mat. We'll come into a sun salutation. So we're going to inhale the arms up. Deep, full inhale. Before we exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Lengthen the spine, long flat back, including the head and neck. Before you exhale, release the hands down. Step, jump, or walk your way back into a high plank. Bring the shoulders over the wrists, drop the knees if you need. And on the next exhale, slowly lower yourself down under control. Before you inhale to your back bend of choice, then always go into a deep back bend. Think longevity of practice. As you then exhale, push back into downward dog. Feel free to walk it. Lift the hips high. And when you're ready on the next exhale, step, jump, or walk your way to the front of your mat. Ending up in a forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthening the spine. Then exhale, release the hands down. Engage the core. This time, place the hands onto the hips. And then with a long spine and a bend of the knee, inhale yourself all the way up. Before we exhale, release the hands to the sides. We'll go again. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Then exhale, lower the hands back down. On the next inhale, step, jump, or walk your way back into a high plank. Hold for a breath. Drop the knees if you need. Otherwise, exhale, slowly lower yourself down under control. And then inhale to that back bend of choice. Exhale, push back into downward dog. Feel free to walk it again if it feels good. Otherwise, evenly distribute the weight. Splay the fingers, grip into the mat. Slide those shoulder blades down the outside of the ribs, turn the inside forearms towards each other. And then when you're ready on the next exhale, step, jump, or walk your way back to the front of your mat. Ending up in a forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Then exhale, lower the hands back down. Engage the core. On the next inhale, sweep the arms up, reaching nice and high. And then exhale, release the hands to the sides. We'll go again. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Then exhale, lower the hands down. Step, jump, or walk your way back into the high plank. Hold for a breath. Bring the shoulders over the wrists, drop the knees if you need. Otherwise, exhale, slowly lower yourself down under control. Then inhale to that back bend of choice. Before you exhale, push back into downward dog. Again, hold for a few breaths. Walk it if you need. Focus inwards. Then on the next exhale, step, jump, or walk your way back to the front of your mat. Ending up in a forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Then exhale, lower the hands back down. This time, sit back into it, rest the tummies onto the thighs, engage the core and inhale yourself into chair pose. Once there, draw the arms into prayer posture hands, draw the shoulders back, press the palms together, tuck the tails, make sure those knees aren't over the toes. If they are, sit back or go higher. Then on the next exhale, twist to the left. Try and take the right elbow to the outside of the left leg. Look in the direction of your palms. And if you have the range, you're welcome to open up the arms in opposite directions. Modify as you need. If you can't get the arms anywhere near the other side of the thighs, just twist as best you can, but try and sit back into it. Evenly distribute the weight. And then on the next inhale, come back to the center before you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up again, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower the hands down. Transfer the weight to the left foot as you raise the right leg. Try not to open up the hip, close the hips, engage the right leg as well as the left. And when you're ready, slowly step back with the right leg, ending up nicely stacked. Left ankle over the left knee before you lower the right knee and tuck the right toes. Engage the core. Then on the next inhale, sweep the arms up for low crescent lunge. Draw the arms back into the shoulders. Breathe into it. Press the hips forward. Before you exhale, slowly lower the hands down. Once there, tuck the right toes, raise the right leg. Then inhale the left leg back, high plank. Hold for a breath. Drop the knees if you need. Otherwise, exhale, slowly lower yourself down under control. Inhale to your back bend of choice. Then exhale, push back into downward dog. Just take a moment. And on your next inhale, step, jump or walk your way to the front of your mat. Ending up in a forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Then exhale, lower the hands down. This time, sit back into it, engage the core, long spine. And then inhale yourself back into chair pose. Once there, draw the arms into prayer posture hands, tuck the tails, draw the shoulders back, evenly distribute the weight. So that on the next exhale, you can twist to the right. You can take the left elbow to the outside of the right leg. Look in the direction of the palms. Evenly distribute the weight. And again, if you have the range, you're welcome to open up the arms in opposite directions to help deepen that twist. If it's too much, then just modify as you need. Engage the core. And on the next inhale, slowly come back to the center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Then exhale, lower the hands down. Stack the weight into the right foot. Inhale the left leg up. Try not to open up the hips, square it off. And then when you're ready, step back with the left leg. Step far enough back to get nicely stacked at the front. Then lower the left knee and tuck the left toes. Engage the core. Inhale the arms up for low crescent lunge. Draw the arms back into the shoulders. Press the hips forward. Deepen the breath. And on the next exhale, slowly lower the hands down. Tuck the left toes, raise the left leg. Then on the next inhale, sweep the right leg back, high plank, hold for a breath. Drop the knees if you need. Otherwise, exhale, slowly lower yourself down under control. Inhale to a back bend of choice. And exhale, push back into downward dog. Take a moment, breathe into it. And when you're ready on the next exhale, step, jump or walk your way back to the front of the mat. Ending up in a forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Then exhale, lower the hands back down. Rest the tummies onto the thighs, engage the core, then inhale, sweep the arms up. Chair pose. We're going to keep the arms extended. If it's too much for the shoulders, bring them back into a prayer posture. Tuck the tails, evenly distribute the weight. Then on the next exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Then exhale, lower the hands down. Step, jump or walk your way back into high plank. Hold for a breath. Drop the knees if you need. Otherwise, exhale, slowly lower yourself down under control. Inhale to your back bend of choice. Then exhale, push back into three-legged dog. Lift the left leg. Evenly distribute the weight. Let the head hang free. So that on the next exhale, we can bring the left knee down and through, squeeze the knee up into the chest for tiger curl. Try and kiss the knee, push out of both hands evenly. Then inhale, come into scorpion tail with the left leg. Stack the left hip on top of the right, curl the left heel around. If it's too much, do three-legged dog or stay in downward dog. And when you're ready on the next exhale, slowly bring the left knee down and through, squeeze the knee up into the chest again, try and kiss the knee, press out of the hands. However, this time we're going to step forward with the left foot. Step far enough forward so the knee's over the ankle. Don't go anywhere before it's not there. And then engage the core, long spine. Inhale the arms up for high crescent lunge. Draw the arms back into the shoulders. If you want to drop the right knee, that's fine. Then on the next exhale, slowly lower the hands down. Take the whole exhale. Keep the long spine, the core engaged. On the next inhale, come into cactus arms. Bring the torso up, draw the shoulders to blades together, puff the chest out. Exhale, come forward, draw the palms, forearms towards each other, bow over the front thigh. Inhale, come all the way back up, cactus arms. Then on the next exhale, bring the palm or the arms together at the front for eagle arms. Palm to palm or backs of hands to backs of hands. Or if you just can do a cross. Raise the elbows up, draw the shoulders down the back. Inhale, bring the arms over the top, coming into a little bit of a back bend. Then on the exhale, bow over the front thighs, still with your eagle arms. Inhale, bring yourself back up. If you need to drop the right knee, then do. Otherwise, exhale, twist to the left. Keep the eagle arms, look to see where the arms have gone. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, twist to the right, tall spine. Inhale, back to the center. Then exhale, slowly lower the hands down. Once there, you're going to inhale the left leg back, high plank, hold for a breath. Drop the knees if you need. Otherwise, exhale, slowly lower yourself down under control. Inhale to that back bend of choice. Then exhale, push back into downward dog. Lift the hips high, walk the dog if you need. And when you're ready on the next inhale, step, jump or walk your way to the front of your mat. Ending up in a forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. And exhale, lower the hands down. Sit back into it. You're going to come back into chair's pose, engage the core, inhale the arms up, roll the shoulders down and back, tuck the tails. If it's too much, bring for the arms or shoulders, bring them into prayer posture hands. Then on the next exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Then exhale, lower the arms down. Stack yourself onto the right leg. Inhale the left leg up. Nicely stacked. And when you're ready, step back with the left leg far enough to get nicely stacked. Right knee over the right ankle. Well, I've made us, we've gone astray. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, sweep the right leg back into three-legged dog. With the right leg, lift the leg high, head hanging down, so that on the next exhale, we can come into a tiger curl. Squeeze the right knee up, try and kiss the knees. You press out of both hands evenly. Then inhale, push out the right leg, scorpion tail. Try and stack the right knee on top of the right hip, on top of the left. Modify as you need. Then on the next exhale, slowly bring the right knee down and through. Squeeze the knee up into the chest. Try and kiss the knee. And then step forward with the right foot. Make sure you're nicely stacked. Knee over the ankle. Engage the core along the spine. Inhale the arms up. High crescent lunge. If you want to drop the left knee, that's fine. Otherwise, press the hips forward. Engage the left leg. Then on the next exhale, slowly lower the hands down. Keep the long spine, the core engaged. Inhale, bring the torso up with cactus arms. Draw the shoulder blades together. Exhale, come forward. Draw the forearms towards each other. Inhale, bring yourself back up, cactus arms. Exhale, come forward. We're going to slight variant with the side. Inhale, come back up. And then on the next exhale, keeping the cactus arms, we're going to twist to the right. Keep the long spine, keep that left leg engaged, nicely stacked to the front. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back to the center, one more side. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to the center. And exhale, slowly lower the hands down. Once there, you're going to step forward with the left foot. Take the feet out to the side and come into yogic squat. If it's too much for your knees, then just go into a forward fold or into a child's pose. Otherwise, gently press the elbows into the inside of the thighs, long spine, and breathe into it. You can't get the heels on the deck this evening, that's okay. Deepen the inhales and lengthen the exhales. So if this is enough for you, stay there. Otherwise, engage the core. On the next inhale, we're going to push out the feet evenly, standing up, big inhale, bring the arms up as you complete the inhalation. Then exhale, come down through the center line with the hands all the way down back into the yogic squat. We're going to do 2 more. If it's too much, then modify. Inhale, come all the way up, big inhalation, take the whole inhale. And then exhale, slowly come down. Good, 1 more. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Nice, just settle into it. Relax the face and jaw. And then when you're ready on the next exhale, slowly lower the hands down. Transfer the weight to the hands, extend the legs back into a high plank. Hold for a breath. Then when you're ready, lower the knees down. Adjust yourself into a tabletop. Knees, hips width apart, hips over the knees. You're then going to turn the left foot out to the side at 45 degrees. You'll place the left hand underneath the face. Extend the right leg back, inhaling the right arm up. So you're stacking the shoulders. That may be enough for you. If you have the range, you're welcome to bring the right arm over the top, stretching forward, keep a bend in the left elbow, try and keep the hips and the shoulders stacked. And if you have in your practice this evening, you're welcome to inhale the right leg up, stretching out in opposite directions with the right leg and the right hand. Keep a bend in the left elbow. If that's enough, stay there. Otherwise, on the next exhale, we're going to crunch in the right elbow to the right knee. Take the whole exhale. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, crunch back in. If you fall out of it, it's fine. Let's pick it back up. Inhale, reach back out. 1 more. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, reach back out. And on the next exhale, lower the right leg down, reach up with the right hand. Just hold for a moment. And then when you're ready, we're going to slowly come down into a tabletop. We're going to go straight into the other side. So build the tabletop and then turn the right leg out to 45 degrees. Place the right hand underneath the face. Extend the left leg back as you reach up with the left hand. Stack the limbs, the shoulders and the hips. Bend in the right elbow this time as you then exhale, bring the left arm over the top, stretch forward. If that's enough, stay there. Otherwise, inhale the left leg up. Try and draw a long line between the left splayed hand and the right splayed foot. Sorry, the left splayed foot. If that's enough, stay there. You may feel this building in the hip again. Otherwise, on the next exhale, slowly crunch in, left elbow to left knee. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, crunch back in. Inhale, reach back out. 1 more, you've got this. Exhale, crunch back in. Inhale, reach back out. And on the exhale, lower the left foot, raise the left hand. Just hold for a breath. And then when you're ready, exhale, lower yourself into a tabletop. Adjust yourself, knees, hips width apart, hips over the knees. Tuck the toes, and we're just going to push back into a downward dog. Give it a little walk if it feels good, just to give those knees a rest. And then when you're ready on the next exhale, just lower yourself back down into a tabletop. Once you're there, we're going to place the left fingertips onto the left ear, point the left elbow down, have a slight bend in the right elbow, push out of the right arm. And once you're set with a long spine, you're going to inhale the left elbow up. Look to see where it's gone. Try and keep the hips over the knees. Breathe into that twist. And then when you're ready, on the next exhale, sweep the left elbow down and through, pointed under the right armpit. Before we inhale the left arm up, lengthen the spine, look to see where the elbow's gone. Exhale, sweep the left elbow down and through. Inhale, reach back up with the elbow, long spine. Exhale, sweep the left elbow down and through. Then this time as you inhale the left arm up, release the ear, stretch up with the left hand, keep the hips over the knees, keep looking to see where the hand's gone. And then when you're ready on the next exhale, sweep the left arm down and through, tuck the left shoulder, lower the left head down, the only head. And then once you're down, try and have either a high right elbow or take the back of the right hand, place it onto the left hip and draw the right shoulder open. Evenly distribute the weight, relax the face and jaw, and breathe into it. Then on the next inhale, come back into a tabletop. Start to build your tabletop. Then place the right fingertips onto the right ear, point the right elbow down, slight bend of the left elbow, press out of the left hand. And when you're set with a long spine, inhale the right elbow up. Look to see where it's gone. Keep the hips over the knees. Keep holding and breathing. So that on the next exhale, you can sweep the right elbow down and through, point under the left armpit. Inhale, come all the way back up with the right elbow. Exhale, sweep the right elbow down and through. Inhale, all the way back up with the right elbow. Exhale, sweep the right elbow down and through. This time on the inhale, release the fingertips, stretch up with the right hand, keep the hips over the knees, bend to the left elbow, long spine. And then exhale, sweep the right elbow down and through, tucking the right shoulder, lowering the head down. Just adjust yourself so you can either have a high left elbow, or you can take the back of the left hand, place it onto the right hip and draw the left shoulder open. Your choice. Breathe into it. And on the next inhale, slowly bring yourself back up into a tabletop. Once you're there, just readjust yourself into a tabletop. Tuck the toes. And then on the next exhale, push back into the downward dog. Again, just give a little walk if it feels good. And then when you're ready on the exhale, slowly lower the knees down. Once you're there, untuck the toes. Walk the hands forward, lowering yourself down at the head and shoulders, palms together if you can manage it, long spine, so you've got an even stretch in the shoulders. If it's too much with your hips high, take your hips down towards your buttocks. Either way, breathe into those shoulders. And when you're ready on the next exhale, bring the palm of the hands towards the spine for prayer posture, hands above the head. Gently press the palms together, breathe into the backs of the arms as well as the shoulders. Try and keep a long, straight spine. Then on the next inhale, slowly lower the hands down. Before you then exhale, walk the hands towards you, so you end up sitting on your heels. Once we're there, we're just going to take the legs apart, so we're going to try and place the buttocks down in between the feet. If you can't get your buttocks down and you have a block or a cushion, you can place them underneath if you want to make it more comfortable. You're then going to just place the hands down to your sides or on a block if you have them. And we're just going to lengthen out the spine. And on the inhale, just raise the hips up. So you're going to feel the stretch potentially come into the front of your quads. If you have it in your practice this evening, you can go down onto your forearms or completely flat. But if it's too much for your knees, you can do this on your side, one side at a time, resting and then on your side and draw one leg up. Keep holding and breathing. Breathe into those thighs. Lift the hips up. If it feels good, you can hang the head off the back, depending on your range. Keep the core engaged. Lower the buttocks and just walk yourself back upright so you end up sitting either on your heels or so your hips are over your waist. Just roll forward, tuck the toes, and again, just lift the hips up into a downward dog, walking if it feels good. And then finally on the next exhale, slowly lower the knees down. Push back onto the heels once again, this time stacking the shoulders over the hips, intertwine the hands behind the back, draw the shoulders down the back, bend in the elbows, tilt the head back and breathe into the front of the chest. If this is too much for your knees, come up onto your knees, or for the lower half of your body rather than your knees. Breathe into it. And on the next inhale, release the hands, roll off to one side, just sweep the legs forward. So depending on your range, you're welcome to come into a cross-legged posture, have the legs extended. You're then going to interlace the fingers, palms away, chin to the chest, long spine, breathe into those shoulders. Then on the next inhale, reach up with the palms, keep micro bends in the elbows, stretch up as best you can. If it's too much holding your hands like that, you can go palm to palm or just arms above, whichever works for you. Then just release the hands anyway, so your arms are above the shoulders. And on the next exhale, release the right hand down to the side, slide it away and reach up and across with the left arm. Both seat bones grounded, gently press out of the right hand. So you've got the left seat bone grounded and breathe into those ribs. Try not to bend the top arm, straighten it to keep the shoulders stacked, look down at the deck if it feels good on the deck. Engage the core. Then on the next inhale, bring the right hand to join the left above the head. Then exhale, lower the left hand down, slide it away and reach up and across with the right arm. Gently press out the left hand, right seat bone grounded. If it feels good, look down at the deck, stretch up with the top arm and breathe into those ribs. Engage the core. Keeping the left hand where it is, you're going to inhale, bring the torso up, windmilling the right hand down, so you end up with the hands by the sides. Just make yourself comfortable in a seated posture. We're going to do some alternating nostril breaths. If you do want to blow your nose, this might be a good time to do it. Just to remind you, we're going to use the right hand, index finger and the finger next to it, placing it onto the third eye. You can use the right thumb to close off the right nostril when you need to, and the right little finger to close off the left. If you prefer, depending on your size hand, you can use the right ring finger, but you decide which works for you. If you want to support the right arm with the left arm, you're very welcome. Either way, lengthen the spine, relax the face and jaw, place the tip of the tongue in the roof of the mouth, and I invite you now all to fully exhale as quickly as you can. Close off the right nostril, inhale through the left. Chest and belly's expanding, fully inhale. Close off the left nostril, exhale through the right. Squeeze the bellies out or in. Inhale through the right nostril, chest and belly's expanding, fully inhale. Close off the right nostril, exhale through the left. Every last drop out. One round. Inhale through the left nostril. Close off the left nostril, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right nostril. Close off the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close off the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close off the right, exhale through the left. Big inhale through the left. Close off the left, exhale through the right. Big inhale through the right. Close off the right, exhale through the left. Last round. Inhale through the left. Close off the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close off the right, exhale through the left. When you finish the exhalation, release the right hand down and take the biggest inhale you can manage and hold it. Swallow, draw the chin in towards the spine, engage the pelvic floor and hold that breath. Try and relax the arms and shoulders, keeping the tall spine, relaxing the face and jaw. Try and keep the eyes closed or a soft gaze. Gently challenge yourself with the breath hold, focusing on any sensations or feelings that may arise. If the mind wanders, gently bring it back as many times as you need. Keep holding that breath for as long as you're comfortable. And there's no rush. If you want to keep holding, then do. However, when you've had enough, you just release the breath. You raise the head. And you just sit back in the natural ebbs and flows of your inhales and exhales. Try not to alter or control the breath now. Once you've released it, just let the body do its thing. And be curious. See if there's any difference when we start our practice in either the rhythm, the depth, the fluidity. Maybe the body feels different. Maybe the mind or emotions feel different. Maybe they don't. Either way, just continue to be as present as you can. Try not to tense the face, the eyes, the jaw, the body. Continue observing the breath. And if you can, keep the eyes closed. And then when you're ready, just lower yourself down onto your back and extend yourself out into Shavasana and corpse pose. If you want to put a blanket on or an eye pillow, then feel free. Then tuck the shoulder blades underneath, the palms facing up, the knees, hips and ankles relaxed and rolled out. Once you're in position, if it feels good, I invite you to take a lion's breath if you need to get rid of any excess energy. And then when you're happy and in position, just let the body melt and surrender into the floor. Give yourself permission to relax. Keep the eyes closed, the face and jaw. I invite you to imagine we've been doing our practice high up in the mountains. Warm sun warming your face. Breeze gently fluttering prayer flags around you. You look across to the other side of the mountain range at the snow-peaked mountain tops, silhouetted by crystal blue skies. Sun occasionally glinting off the snow. Very faint white mist swirling around those peaks. Your attention's caught by a beautiful bird of prey soaring high above, effortlessly hopping between thermals. If the mind starts to wander, focus on the bird of prey.
I invite you to draw your awareness back to the present. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Reach your arms above your head and stretch out. When you're ready, draw your knees to your chest, your head to your knees, and squeeze yourself into a ball. Keep holding that ball for as long as feels good. Then release it and roll onto your side and take a moment. When you're ready, make your way into a seated posture of choice. Keep your eyes closed and just take a moment to thank yourself for giving this time back to you. If it feels good, take a deep inhalation, fully inflate the lungs, and then with an open mouth and a sigh, release any last tension you may still be holding. I invite you to place your left hand onto heart center with your right hand on top. Keeping your eyes closed, I invite you to say the following affirmation to yourself. I love my body. I love my imperfections. I love myself. For purity of heart, for purity of speech, and for purity of mind, the light in me sees and salutes the light in you. Namaste. Please take your time. Thank you for joining me this evening. It's lovely to see you all. I hope you all have a lovely evening and the rest of your week.